Hello, and welcome to the Threshold, the place of the intuitive, the mystic, the contemplative, a place to strengthen your connection to the core through mindfulness and inner wisdom. Have you ever taken what you consider to be a misstep? I want to redefine misstep into risk step. It's not about letting go, but the free fall that is important. Drop into your soul. Feel the rush of finally taking the risk of being exactly who you are. So, in late September, I did a thing. I invited the wisdom of others into my life. A big, humbling wow to those people who shared. Throughout this year, I will share the wisdom that has been gifted to me, and I'll invite you to share wisdom with me as well. So far within the wisdom, I have discovered a powerful reframe. All of my missteps are not missteps, they're risk steps. They're risks that drew me closer into who I am. So, the questions that I ask myself, and I will invite you to answer, is who am I? What parts of me make myself uncomfortable? How have I made peace and continue to make peace with those parts of me that are edgier? Now, those three questions are tough to answer. And since we are in constant evolution, they cannot be definitively answered. You're going to want to return to those over and over again. So, just as we discover the answer, as we let go of who we are not and become more comfortable with who we are deep inside of ourselves, the deeper uneases will break free and rise to the surface. Each time we answer these questions, the deeper uneases rise to our consciousness. And that's ongoing, and that is a risk to take in what we will discover. So, answering and asking those questions again is a lifelong endeavor. We return to them over and over and over again. And in the answers, we discover deeper parts of ourself. Maybe we discover a few more queries. We come up with other answers that invite us to risk more, to unapologetically show the world who we are. And in this sharing are found the real acts of bravery. Now, although I didn't specifically ask for how people saw me, many people shared how they saw me. And I was humbled and honored that some took the ultimate risk of honesty. And I'm going to challenge you to ask others how they see you and to give their wisdom about that. So let's talk about some wise words. From Jay, 2 comments. You treat everyone the same. It doesn't matter if the person is an authority figure, a peer, or someone who needs help. You treat everyone with compassionate respect. Which led to her second comment. You are unapologetically you. And those first words made me uncomfortable. The idea of me being unapologetically me made me uncomfortable. But what she identified was integral to who I strive to be. And being unapologetically me gets me into trouble sometimes. And so, what I would say to you is, what is integral to who you are that is uncomfortable for other people? Now, from B, thank you for the gifts and challenges you offer. You are seen. B identified some of the edgier parts of me, the one who isn't afraid to ruffle feathers, to encourage change, to bring peace to an uncertain world. She also uncovered a fear that I am invisible, yet she told me, you are seen. So that was wisdom that was shared by 2. Let's talk about the big risk. For me, this celebration was a big risk and continues to be a big risk. Who would participate? What would they share? With the questions that were answered, I discovered a lot of unconditional love and compassion. Most of the comments that I got were wise morsels that resonated with me. Some encouraged me to risk. Um, each wisdom spark invited me to dig deeply into who I am and root out the stuff that isn't truly who I am. Those shards are birthed by my woundedness. And I'll tell you, after reading the wisdom, my vow for the year is to heal those shards so that I may be a stronger, more compassionate presence in the world. So maybe, just maybe, growing into wisdom while letting go of the shards of who I am in the moment, but not who I do not want to be, is where I am called as I walk more deeply into my 60th decade. It might be 70th decade. I get those confused. I'm just turned 60. Into the revelations of and living forward in wisdom. So, who are you? It doesn't matter what your age. You are a living, breathing wisdom seeker, a risk taker. What risks do you take in each step, each moment you share with the world? So I want to thank you for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. What I will say to you is if you would like to be part of Wisdom's Sparks, give me a shout out on Facebook or go to Sparks of Wisdom on a Facebook. It's a group and ask to join. Would love to have your insights on what that means. If you're not quite sure what those next risk-taking steps are, let's do a contemplative coaching session or 3 or 4. Would love to work with you on that using mindfulness practices and intuitive techniques. We will strengthen that connection to your intuitive core. Additional resources are at vanessafhurst.com. And what I will tell you that no matter what you do today, please begin to see that your missteps are not missteps. They are most definitely risk steps. Namaste.